What do we got, Bob?
Nothing. Be glad to take any questions. Page 2, number 1, under unfinished council business, that was the annual park facility enhancements. There are 2 items that we were asked to take a look at. One is the bridge concerns, pedestrian bridge concerns in Clapp Park. And we've identified money in the Clapp Park budget that about $57,000 it's available to help with the demolition of some of the bridges and making sure that any remaining bridges are secure. So we should be able to take care of the hazard issues that way, and you don't need to include it in this project. The other one was how much money do we have available in CID to help with the NAFSCR turf project. There's probably about $8,000 in CID revenue that would be available for that project. So if you proceed with that, then we'll make sure that that money is put in and is substituted for bond money instead. Number 1 under new council business is the memorandum of understanding with Wichita Riverfront LP and EPC. And this would accelerate the development of what was originally the first and second phases of development adjacent to the ballpark. This would be combined into what is a single new phase, so the work on this would actually be on a quicker timetable than we originally anticipated. We would get about $19.5 million in new net revenue from this, so that's above what we had anticipated in the first phase of development. It would provide for a 200-space parking garage, a 150-room hotel, and 55,000 square feet of Class A office space. Again, this is the very start of the process, approval of a memorandum of understanding. Number 2 is setting a date of hearing for the TIF plan for ICT 21, which is the development at 21st Street and Canal Route. It would fund infrastructure improvements. There would be a TIF guarantee from the developer's personal guarantee as we require in our TIF guidelines. It would provide, the project itself would provide over 1 million square feet of warehouse and manufacturing space over a 10-year period. So very substantial redevelopment of that ground. On page 3, number 3 is the second 5 years of a partial tax exemption for JR Custom Metals. They exceeded the job and salary projections in the first 5 years, so the recommendation is to approve the second 5 years. It's a 72.6% abatement. Number 4 is the annual renewal of a contract with Visit Wichita. It establishes performance goals for 2022 and also approves the designation of revenue for, actually it's budgeting for Visit Wichita. As you can imagine, travel industry is still in recovery, and the projections that we have jointly come up with Visit Wichita indicate that we'll have our revenues will be about 12% below the 2019 guest tax revenues. Number 5 is continuation of the Bike Share ICT program, and this is a sponsorship agreement with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas, who will be contributing, I think, about $360,000 to continue the program, which is great news. Number 6 is the annual approval of the salary and classification ordinances, reflective of all of the collective bargaining agreements that have been approved, multi-year agreements, as well as then establishing wages that are consistent with those agreements for our non-represented employees. Number 7 is the comprehensive business insurance program. You will note in there that we do have kidnapping coverage, so if someone kidnaps me, you can pay them $1 million, up to $1 million to keep me.
We want proof of life. We want you with a newspaper with today's date.
Yeah, you got it. So. Number 8 is a donation of $100,000 from Intrust Bank to go into the Propel Small Business Loan Program, and those dollars will be available for all districts. Page 4 is also related to Propel, number 9, and that is an agreement with Network Kansas to continue to process Propel loans, but in this case, for those that will be funded with CDBG funds. Council has allocated previously $220,000 for small business assistance, and we're going to channel that through Propel and use Network Kansas. Number 10 is $275,000 in home ARPA funds to cover administrative costs for the housing department. Number 11 is your normal end-of-year budget adjustments and primarily taking care of budget shortfalls through the transfer of funds. Mostly keep them within the department, but sometimes we have exceeded budget authority in a department and need to take it from other source. And that's all outlined in the council report. Nothing until we get to page 6. Bottom of page 6, number 6 is first reading of the bond ordinance for EPC IRBs. Council had approved this previously, and this is the actual issuance of the bonds. $18 million in IRBs for the 225 Sycamore apartment project. Page 7, this is a grant to pay 50% of the cost for replacement picnic tables at Emery Park. Grant is from KDHE. Number 8 is leasing of office space to Empower, previously called Empower Evergreen, and also Kansas Hispanic Education and Development Foundation. They'll lease office space in the new Evergreen Community Center and Library. And that's consistent with the original planning for the facility. Number 9 is appropriating the budget that you have already approved for 2022. So this is a legal action to appropriate for next year. And then finally, page 8, you'll be approving the Public Housing Authority budget for 2022, number 12. Mayor, that's all I have.
All right. Questions or comments? Guess not. Thank you. We're adjourned. Is a member of the Mayor's Youth Council. He's shadowing for the day. I told him there's not a lot happening today, but we're glad he's here. Just to kind of get a feel of what I guess the government's like on a Friday. So thank you, Mr. Lee, for being here. And if folks see him kind of around up back, feel free to chat with him and let him ask you a couple questions.
Right.
And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.